In a recent article posted on their website, Crash.net's MotoGP writers Peter McLaren and Robert Jones answered some key questions predicting the upcoming 2023 season. And while I had a good time reading their predictions, I thought it might be fun to put down my answers to those questions as well. So that's what we are doing in this video. First question is, how will Marc Marquez fare? And here's what I think. Given that this is the first time Marc Marquez is starting the season with a fully fit body, we will see him, for the first time since 2019, give his absolute everything on the track every time he is out there. Given the deficit Honda have compared to the Ducatis, the Aprilias and the Yamahas, a real title contention might be out of question, but we will see Marc stand on the top step of the podium more than a few times. Speaking about overall standings, I feel Marc will somehow find his way to the top 5 by the time the checkered flag is waved at Valencia. On to the second question, will there be a shock race winner? Just to bring everyone on the same page, there are 9 riders who haven't yet stood on the top step of the podium in MotoGP. If everything goes as planned, including the sprints, there are going to be a total of 42 races this year. So I think it's safe to assume that we'll see highest number of different race winners this year. I don't see Takaaki Nakagami, Raul Fernandez, Paul Espargaro, Augusto Fernandez and Fabio Di Giannantonio contending for a race win, which is another way of saying that I think Johann Zarco, Luca Marini, Marco Bezzecchi and Alex Marquez will all win races this season. Question number 3 says, which teammates will fall out? There is of course one obvious answer to this question, so let's get that out of the way first. Yes, Pecco Bagnaia and Enea Bastianini will lock horns to fight for the Alpha Factory Ducati rider tag, right from the season opener at Portimao. Another team where I see cracks developing this season is Aprilia. Until now, Aleix Espargaro has been the leader of the team, and given how long he was in title contention last year, he would want to do better this time around. Maverick Vinales on the other side of the garage has been blistering fast onboard the RSGP and will make life harder for Aleix. If they do come together on track more than once, we can expect fireworks in the Aprilia garage as well. And another team which will almost certainly have a fallout this year is the VR46 team. Both Luca Marini and Marco Bezzecchi want to move higher in the Ducati hierarchy, and both of them will be riding to get factory support from Ducati in either their current team or to move up to the Pramac Racing team, sometime in near future. In his rookie season last year, Bezzecchi fit Desmosedici like a glove and finished only 9 points behind his more experienced teammate Luca Marini. Marini on the other hand, has had his time to understand and adapt to the bike, and given his consistent form in the second half of the season, along with strong pre-season showing, he has the potential to be a regular front-runner this season. Fourth question is, what will be the key storyline to keep an eye on? I think a secondary storyline might pop up at Honda if Joan Mir or Alex Rins are able to take the fight to Marc Marquez, but given how far behind Honda are at the moment, the key storyline will most probably come from Italy. I think just like overwhelming the grid with their sheer numbers, the key storyline for 2023 season will also come from Ducati. I think Jorge Martin, most likely to start the season on the same bike as the factory riders, will find the extra step and go the extra mile to beat the factory riders and prove Ducati bosses wrong. And the ultimate question, who will be the 2023 champion? Pecco Bagnaia was the strongest throughout the second half of last season, and his form continued through the pre-season tests. But, given how different the team dynamics will be in Ducati garage this year, I don't think Pecco will join the elite club by winning back-to-back titles. Also going against Pecco is the curse of the number 1 on the bike. Kidding aside, I think 2023 will be the year of the satellite teams, and that's where the world champion will also come from. I think this year Jorge Martin will get his act together, and find extra motivation in proving Bologna wrong. He has the right bike, right teammate and most importantly, none of the internal friction, which the factory team is bound to have this year. So these were my answers, and I am sure you do not agree with my predictions, because where's the fun in that? So let's hang out in the comments section and you tell us what your predictions are. And before you leave, don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing if you aren't already subscribed.